Okay, I'm recording now, but we don't have to use this, so I can just cut it out easily.
Okay, that's good. So what were we
Um,
talking about? Autism or something?
yeah, on our we both did an autism test,
Yeah,
a supposedly pretty good one, and I
yeah.
scored 160, which is, I believe,
Strong evidence for autism,
strong
and I
evidence for
got like
autism.
154.
Yeah, so I'm slightly more autistic than you, but we're pretty much equals in terms of
We're equals. He's autism prime.
I'm autism prime, he's autism.
I'm just autism.
He's just autistic. He's not cool. Maybe you scored 5 points higher, idiot.
Yeah, maybe.
Um,
No, I think a lot of it is I do have ADHD, so there's a lot of overlap between ADHD and autism,
yeah. I mean, they
which
both start with
is
A.
what I'm gonna tell myself.
I mean, like, I probably have ADHD, but I can't be diagnosed with it because I'm not gonna be able to get because you just can't get tests for that anymore with an actual doctor since they're gonna take takes like 12 years to get an appointment. It's just not
Okay,
worth
two
it.
years.
You know what I mean. I said they both have two in
That
them.
that alone is like a fucking symptom of ADHD. It's like, oh, 2 years. That's like fucking way
Yeah,
outside of
like
my
that's
my
never gonna happen.
temporal view.
It was like 2025 is like, or yeah, 2025 is like I don't see that, like that's not a thing that happens.
Yeah, well, 2025. That's when Sky Oblivion comes out.
Oh,
So
that's like 2 years from now.
yeah, dude, you could get Sky Oblivion and diagnosed with ADHD in the same year.
This will be the best and worst day of my year. You have ADHD. Ah, I see. Should I take anything for it? No, you're just gonna suck for the rest of your life. Well, you already have. Now
And
you just know the reason.
you have the reason now. Well, I mean, part of it is just like knowing that you have it. It lets you work around it.
Yeah, I guess. Well, my concern with taking like medication for ADHD is like, is that changing how I like? Is that changing how I behave as a person? Is it making me like less me? It's always a big concern I
Um,
have with that.
yeah. Well, it for the most part it doesn't do that. But I mean, there's also hello. Thank you.
Bless you.
Ew.
Bless you.
Sorry. Ah, I sneezed. There's also um, what were we talking about? Oh God,
Oh
ADHD.
yeah, there you
Right.
go. They're prime example right
Wow.
there.
Wow.
See, I'm
Huh.
autism prime. You're ADHD prime. It's fine.
It's fine. Literally, like fucking see a squirrel, lose track of conversation. Um, no, but medication doesn't always work either. Like
Yeah.
I was on medication earlier this year, and like I I tried one, and it like almost gave me a heart attack because it was fucking like amphetamines, which is literally just the medication for ADHD. It's like here, microdose on fucking meth, and you'll be fine. It's great.
I guess that's my main concern too. Is like it's like okay, so it could not work. It could change who I am as a person, and even if it like yeah, that's so
Yeah.
I could either be left with a useless pill that does nothing but give me side effects, or I could be left with
Yep.
something that like changes me for who I am, and I'm not sure if I'd actually want that. But then it
Yeah.
could just improve my life for the better, and I but that's like a two out of
Sometimes
three
it does.
chance.
Yeah, it's some people take their medication and they're like, "Wow, I feel so much better. I feel normal," which whatever that is.
I don't know what it means to feel normal.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like they like take their medication and they're like, "Wow, I'm gonna go like work on this thing for an hour," and then they do, which is
okay, that
foreign.
does better. And then they do. They don't like plan ahead. Like, oh, I'll do this like a while from now, and then because
And
like
then never do it.
yeah, because in my head it's like, oh, I'll do this like an hour from now, and it's like an hour's like so far away in their minds.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen. And then an hour comes in and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's fucking funny because he like I hear about people that are like, oh, I'm like on Saturday I'm gonna like clean my house, and I'm like, what? You can do that?
You can just
You can
say
just
you're
say
gonna
you're
do
gonna
something and
set
then do
aside
it.
a day and do something, and then you just follow through with it. It's like, wow, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, today I said I was gonna work on a bunch of stuff, but like it's 1:45, and so far I've not done any of it. And
Yeah.
today was a day specifically for me to do stuff, so it could be
Well,
just be laziness too.
that's the other thing is before you get the diagnosis is um everything is just, oh, you're being lazy.
Yeah, it's
I used to
really
get that a lot in like uh elementary, junior high
no, you're just
before
lazy.
I got diagnosed. It was like I can remember like every single report card I used to get for the longest time. It would be like, a Christian is a great student, but he needs to apply himself more
Oh,
without fail. Every single report card, every single teacher would say something to that effect. And like for the first, I don't know, up until like grade 7, my mother would be like, "You gotta apply yourself more. You gotta do more work." And then I got a diagnosis, and she was like, "Oh,
okay. Well, now it's okay. It's funny. No, it's fine. Mental illness is funny though. I agree with you.
it no, it is. It's
It
hilarious."
is. It's hilarious. Even every time I see a school shooting, I'm like, I don't. I don't.
Oh,
That's
you,
not real.
you
That's not
can't
real.
say that.
That's not
It's
real. I
okay. You
don't
can
do
say it. We're
that.
Canadians.
It's okay. Yeah, we don't have shootings. We have
Yeah,
stabbings and heart attacks.
yeah. We have a fucked up health system.
Um, I always found it funny
I
though.
remember I
Oh,
stabbed myself one time,
hmm.
and I was like talking about the healthcare system here. I stabbed myself in the finger, and I went up to the hospital at like 6 o'clock, like p.m. in the day, and they basically like they like redressed it, and then I didn't see a doctor until 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And even when I did see a doctor, it was a resident that was still learning how to do stitches.
Oh, I mean, you're better off doing it yourself.
So I was a guinea pig, basically.
Yeah, you're their first. You were the test for
Yeah.
them. If they fucked up, it's like, it's fine. We'll get you another.
And like I can remember she was like in and out of the room a lot. She's like, hold on, I gotta go ask Doctor whoever
Oh, that
about
makes me
which
so.
gauge of wire which gauge of like suture to use for this. Like, I think I gotta use this one, but I just gotta make sure. All right. And I was like, yeah, okay.
That would make me so uncomfortable. Like, okay, you're gonna stab me. All right. I have to
I
trust you,
remember,
I guess. I'm not gonna ask for another doctor because that's another 6 hour wait right there.
yeah. It's like, oh fuck, you just gotta you get what you get. I mean, that said, she was very cute and she was very nice, but I was just like, she doesn't really know what she's doing yet.
Yeah, maybe you could have taught her. Maybe you could have asked her out and then taught her, and then you could have had
Yeah.
kiss.
I don't remember,
Anyway.
like, in that same fucking appointment, I remember she like it deadened my finger. She like gave the needle and like fucking blocked the nerve or whatever it is they do. And I remember like for about 10 seconds I was fine, and then I almost passed out.
That was the anesthetic right there. She was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, was I not supposed to apply that?"
Oh shit, that was supposed to go like on the skin, not inside.
Oh man,
Yeah.
just injected you
No,
with
no,
pure
it was.
heroin.
Oh god, I wish. No, I don't. I'm not a heroin addict.
Not anymore.
Hey, I'm clean.
It's that's the thing about universal healthcare. It sounds really good on paper, you know. Oh,
Yeah,
everyone gets free
but
healthcare. It's like
it's
everyone pays in, everyone gets free healthcare if you need it in an emergency. But it's just so awful because you wait hours and hours. If you even get to see a doctor, it could be it's likely to be a pretty bad one considering how everyone goes to the
yeah.
hospital for the littlest of
And I mean,
things.
there's also like fucking work shortages all across the country. There are nurses. I think they started doing this during the pandemic. There are nurses. They get paid like a shitload, but they basically fly out to different like provinces, to different hospitals, and go where there's like a shortages of work. Go there for like 2 weeks and then go to another hospital after they like clear out their queue.
I feel like they'd have to come here a lot, though, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm not sure how other places in Canada are faring, but in Newfoundland, I feel like we don't have any
yeah.
doctors. I'm lucky enough to get a family physician, but
I'm lucky
most
that
people.
I have my fucking a rheumatologist, you know,
Mm.
and
I
a family doctor. It's like, holy shit, I won the lottery.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're like the 1%. Like, yeah, I have
Yeah,
someone who can tell me if I'm dying or not.
yeah,
That's why I kind of wish I had like a privatized doctor, just so I could be like, hey, can you do an ADHD test on me? And like that same day, he'd be like, sure. I
yeah,
think I'd rather pay like the $300 or whatever than have to
yeah.
wait
Well, I'm
two
pretty sure it
years.
would be more than that. But
Probably, but
the other part too is with universal health care, um, people will be generally more unhealthy and not care as much
oh yeah,
uh, because they'll be like, oh, I have free healthcare, I can just go in and get fixed up, no problem. Which,
yeah.
like at least here, and like you said, in Newfoundland, we have an absurd amount of like obesity and like diabetes and everything. It's just part of it is just the culture here, but it's like you can just be really fat
Yeah,
and
doesn't.
really unhealthy and just go to the doctor and be like, my joints hurt, and they'll be like, have you considered eating less?
Have you
And they'll be
considered
like, oh my
walking?
god, I can't believe you said that to me. I'm gonna report you, and then we'd lose another doctor.
Yeah. I think like I find it because there's a lot of fat people where I am, and it's kind of funny because like they waddle.
Yeah, they do.
I'm all into fat shaming. I really don't mind.
No, it's
Like even if I become
uh,
fat, even if I become really fat, I hope others are like, ah, you fat idiot. I'll be like, stop mocking me.
stop knocking me.
I hope someone follows me with a tuba going.
Yeah,
Um,
Stewie Griffin. No, it's
that was a actual video, and then I think Family Guy copied it. Maybe the point is, it's unfortunate how the universal healthcare really what's the word? I guess like
yeah. And if
engenders
you're
passivity.
perfectly healthy, as is too, you pay your taxes, and then it just goes to like paying for somebody else's healthcare,
Yeah. I,
which for some people is just like, why the fuck am I paying for this? You know?
yeah, well, it's like me. I never have to go to the hospital really. Like very, very
Yeah,
rarely do I like get ill enough where I have to go see a doctor.
yeah,
So if I paid a lot of taxes, which I don't because I'm young, then I'd be pissed. I'd be like, man, I should have like lived in the States or something. But
yeah.
with someone who goes to the hospital a lot, it's like this is like a great investment for me. So like there's benefits and downsides, but I feel like the downsides heavily outweigh the benefits.
Yeah.
Like it benefits the few rather than the majority, which I don't know if that's like
Like
communism talk, but
there's now I'll admit there's a lot of factors that go into it too. It's just like personally, I'm glad that we have free universal healthcare because if we didn't, I would be so fucked up. You have no idea.
yeah, probably. Yeah, no, actually, I think he just would be.
Like I would be in like probably tens of thousands of dollars in debt before I even made it to 20 just
Yeah,
because that's just the hand that I got dealt, you know?
just because it costs so much, because sometimes you're just born a man made out of broken glass.
And paper skin, you know?
Yeah.
It's, it's how it is.
Yeah, but if we didn't have universal healthcare, I'd have slightly more money. So you know what? We'd all have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Fucking selfish idiot.
Yeah, fucking
I,
God, fuck me.
I mean, the prime example, people are making fun of Canadians right now because like the healthcare system is so
Oh,
porked that they're just trying to
what
kill
was it
people.
made?
Yeah, is medical. What was it
Medically
medical?
assisted induced death or something?
Yeah, it was like there was like this lady who like wanted to get a lift installed in her house and it was taking so long. She called the hospital and they're like, "Well, if you want, we can euthanize you." And it's
Yeah.
like, go.
Oh
I feel like
God.
I feel like we missed a few steps. I feel like there was a big leap there. That's not gonna help me get up the stairs. It's gonna make it even worse.
I remember that green texter is like it did tell somebody to kill themselves online. Get a message from get a court summoning from Toronto for practicing without a medical license.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, I feel bad for the doctors having to recommend that because, like, I feel like they know
Yeah.
like this is like the only thing I can offer. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to
Now,
help you before you die.
some
So
cases, some cases, there's nothing else. You
yeah.
know,
I mean, yeah,
like when
terminally.
you're like, terminally ill or like fucking when you're like 90 and you like fall down and break a hip, it's like, okay, you're not getting out of the hospital.
No. I mean, it's
Like in some cases, it's like just a little bit of control of when it happens.
just a
It
little
goes a
bit.
long way.
I never liked the
Because
oh, go on.
yeah, because if you can say like, okay, we're gonna do the procedure at like 5 o'clock, that gives you time to like call whatever family is there and just be like, okay, this is when I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
You know,
you want to stop by, bring me a Happy Meal or something on your way?
yeah, it's
Ironically,
bring me a Happy Meal so I can,
die
you
happy.
know, yeah,
Make sure you get
like
a toy for a boy.
yeah. Some cases it's great. Other cases it's like, okay, you're like super depressed. We're gonna kill you.
Yeah, I guess to the depressed person, it's like, ah, shit, this is a win-win. Um, let me see if I'm actually recording real quick. I should be, right? Yeah, okay. That'd be really bad if I wasn't.
Oh man,
Um,
just like a half hour of unrecorded footage.
yeah, that'd be super. Well, no, it just wouldn't be just on half hour of nothing.
Well, yeah, true.
Um, I mean, some diseases that are so. I think leprosy is one of them. It's like really good at not killing you, so you just live in pain for like the rest of your life in severe pain. You have to stick with the hospital. It's
Yeah,
like I can see someone doing it then.
yeah.
I think if it was me, I still wait because I don't want to like have them die and then someone comes to the room like, ah, we found a cure for. Never
Ah,
mind.
fuck.
Let this be my living will. If I ever
Like
get into the
as the fucking like euthanasia fluid is going in, they're like, oh my god, we can cure you. Oh shit.
uh, hmm, never mind. It's nothing. I'll just leave you be. Listen, if someone tells you there was a cure, they're just trying to make you feel bad. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that's why if I was ever like in a coma or something and people are like, "Oh, should we pull the plug?" I want to say no, just because I don't want them to pull the plug and then they'd be like, "Ah, we can secure." Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Uh, medical. It's I do find it interesting though, because I mean
Yeah.
Futurama did a bit of it. Where
There's
it's like the
arguments
suicide
for and
rate.
against it.
Yeah. As someone who's like pretty nonchalant when it comes to thinking about death. I'm like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, should we deny people the ability to do medically assisted suicide? Because like if they don't, they can just do it themselves. But I guess it's a lot harder to do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, the other part of it is when you do it with a medical professional, they know how to uh do it without fail.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna like leave you permanently scarred if you do survive and you
Yeah,
know.
it's not like if you jump off a building and you break every bone in your body and then they don't want to let you die. It's like, oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
The worst case
Or
scenario, you
like
become like a
you're the
vegetable.
fucking 0.01% that survives the shotgun blast to the face.
Yeah, that's
You
not what
know?
you want to be. I mean, that's the scary thing about suicide. It's like what happens if I do it, and like what happens after that,
What
and then the other thing is like, oh, what happens if I survive?
what happens if I fuck up?
There
Yeah,
was
because a lot of people, or rather some people, when they go to like kill themselves with a gun, they don't aim it properly.
what they do like side of the head, did they do in the mouth, like what?
Well, they do it in the mouth and they point it like straight up, and all
Oh,
that's gonna do is destroy your sinuses and like part of your frontal lobe.
it's FNAF Tommy. You can. It's amazing, how much you can live without the frontal lobe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell how you're actually supposed to do it, but you know,
There's a surprising amount of people get it wrong.
a lot of people get it wrong. If you are gonna do it, get it right,
Yeah, I
because you
guess.
do not want to survive that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the crazy thing too. It's like if you're depressed and like you want to kill yourself, if that option is there, like I'm trying to think of like how many people would, if you really wanted to commit suicide, would the fear of surviving and accidentally like stop you?
Mm.
I think because I believe it would.
I mean, definitely some cases it would stop. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how beneficial.
Well, not you specifically, but like this hypothetical person that we're talking about.
I'm trying to think of how beneficial medically induced assisted suicide. It has such a nice name, MAID.
Yeah, MAID, medically assisted induced death.
I'm trying to think of how beneficial this is. Like, is this going to become a mainstay in society? I wonder. Can you just go to the doctor and be like, I just want to die?
Yeah, I really do hope it's like a really like last fucking everything else doesn't work. There's no hope for you. We're decades away from ever hoping to help you. Do you want to die?
Well, I that's the complicated thing is because like it's obvious with like chronic illnesses.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Well,
like,
not chronic, terminal.
Well,
chronic too. I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is because you're living in eternal pain. I mean like those really bad illnesses that make you. Yeah. So I mean that's another layer of complexity there. Like you're not going to die soon, but you're going to live like horribly for the rest of your life. Like, do we kill you then? It's like, yeah, okay. It's like, all right. Well, how severe does this illness have to be before we kill you? Like, does it
like the hospital get recommended suicide? Can you imagine?
Oh my god. Like, how far are we away from someone going to the hospital, like saying they have depression, and then them offering suicide?
Yeah.
Because there's
obviously it's not gonna like. There's more steps than just
yeah.
You're depressed. All right, we're gonna kill you.
They don't offer that at the front desk. They have to do that behind doors.
Yeah.
I mean, depression is
they take you back and old yeller you.
Yeah, they old yeller you with a needle that has I don't know if they use Kool-Aid.
Potassium chlorate, I think.
Oh, like the banana. Yeah, that's what they use to kill. That's what the nurses use to kill people. They like overdose them on potassium.
Yeah. Because I think it like thins the blood and like relaxes all the muscles. Permanently.
Yeah, that makes you super relaxed forever.
Yeah.
Because some people get depressed and they like stay depressed for like the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, you go inside any Walmart, like you'll find one or two. So I'm wondering.
God, you will.
Because it's kind of the same with like the chronic illness. It's like you're gonna live miserably, but there's a chance they could cure it. Do we do that for depressed people? It's like, well, no, because they're not physically gonna they can still like run and jump and eat pizza and stuff, but they're mentally fucked. I mean, mentally ill people too. If you have like the IQ of like a 3-year-old, and you're just like a danger to yourself and others, people have to constantly look after you, and you won't even know that you're being killed. Like, do we do that? It's such a complicated. Yeah, it's like there's so many scenarios that people don't think about when it comes to medically made. I don't know. I feel like we're not ready for it yet. I feel like it's only kind of started people are started exploring it as a medical option.
Yeah. Man,
kill yourself.
Get a court summons from Toronto for practicing without a medical license.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll find out reincarnation exists, and you're just like, yeah, doc, I want to reroll.
Oh man. Oh fuck! I want to re-roll.
I never understood reincarnation because it's like, oh, I'll come back as someone else. It's like that's not you then anymore. You're not gonna remember what. That's just a different person.
Yeah.
Like I'll come back as a bug. It's like you're not sentient as a bug.
I think it's just coping.
I think it is. I mean, all religions are stupid. They are. I'm an avid believer in all religions are fucking stupid. Scientology, Christianity, Buddhism, like they're all equally as false. The teachings are nice, most of them. Like, don't kill yourself, don't kill other people, don't like rape. Like I'm all into that, but the shit where it's like, oh, you'll die and go to heaven. It's like, no, you won't.
Yeah.
God isn't real. I guess that's the only way some people can learn.
In some cases, it's literally just like, how do I word this?
It's a comforting lie.
Yeah. It's a nice lie. It's like if they didn't have something to believe in, then some people would just be like, okay, well, what am I doing here?
I guess that's the thing. I kind of want them to have to go through that. Because I'm not a big fan of like comforting lies, It's kind of like when kids have to find out Santa Claus isn't real. they're like, oh, I guess the world isn't that magical.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of having people lying to people to make them feel better about anything ever. Like in games, whenever there's an option to tell characters the truth about something, even if it makes them feel bad, I always do it because I'm like, I just want to be honest, man. Because if you lie to them about what happens after you die, then what else are you willing to lie to them about?
Yeah. It's
I'm in the minority, I realize.
yeah.
I'm in the severe minority when it comes to this. But
like, I don't personally believe it, but if it helps you, then fucking go for it.
yeah, I'm not gonna go up to someone and be like, "You're a fucking retard." I'm not gonna say that out loud.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Nah, I'll say it in my head, like, stupid idiot. I understand the benefits too. There's like a sense of community. They do charity work.
Yeah.
They don't like the gays.
Some of them are just bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Islam is
like,
a prime example.
Is it Islam?
I think it is. Isn't it? Is it called Islam?
I have no idea.
I know Muslims like the people who like follow Islam. Because you go to Islam, they throw you off a roof for being gay. You're allowed to have like multiple wives, and they're basically second class people. They're like below dolphins.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just because of the people,
dolphins.
not the religion. Who knows?
Yeah, I am not going to comment about that. I think
I'm allowed
Muslim is different from whatever it is that they
Muslim
do over
the
there.
race?
No, I think Muslim is
the religion.
Well, Muslim's the religion. They don't. I guess there's like multiple different roots of Muslim. I guess I don't know. I don't know anything about Muslims.
All I know is that I'm allowed to not like those countries because if I go there, they would kill me. It's fine. I'm allowed to. If they can kill me, I can at least say I don't like them.
All right.
It's fine.
It's
fine. They don't have internet. They're not gonna listen to this.
God.
Where do you go from there?
I mean, I don't know. Where do you go from Muslims?
I'm not saying I hate all. You know what I mean?
No.
Recently, AI has been becoming a really big thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, people are now realizing like, oh shit, this can affect art as well. Oh no,
Yeah.
they can do paintings.
Have you seen the There was a monkey that like took a selfie in like fucking 2014, and there was a huge legal dispute about it because it was a really I guess well received photo, and they were trying to figure out who owned the photo. And I think the conclusion that they came to is that the photo was in the public domain because the monkey operated the camera and took the picture of itself. And now there's like legal precedents where there's like, you need to specify that a human has created whatever in order for it to be considered like to be owned by somebody, right? And that's coming up in AI art because what's happening now is pretty much all AI art that gets created is just public domain. There's no way to like profit off of it. There's no way to sell it. It's there. There's which is really interesting because it started with a picture of a monkey.
I think the difference there is pretty clear in the fact that AI art is going to get so good. It's already kind of at that point where you can't tell it's made from AI.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the biggest giveaway right now is hands.
Yeah, but like that's not going to be there forever. Eventually, AI will become indistinguishable from human-made art, and some of it already is. It's just going to become more accurate. So, like, how are you possibly going to be able to police that? Because it's just open code on the internet. Anyone can do it now if they really want to. They can find out how. You can't really you can't really analyze it. Like, okay, prove that a human did this. Like, how?
Yeah.
I'll make a time lapse. It's like I'm pretty sure they can get AI to do that too.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is also is like humans did make the AI, and the AI like makes the art. So like, how does that work? Like they adjust
Well, I
like
think
the
it's
parameters.
because there's no direct human um, interference, I guess. I don't know the word I'm looking for specifically. There's no human direction.
Uh, well, I mean, you've
I don't
seen.
know what I'm trying to say, but it's like, yeah, you can give it a word, but a fucking AI could just generate a word and then just go with that, you know?
Well, when I say I'm talking about the ones where you have like sliders and shit.
Yeah, well,
Where you
an
type in
AI
the
could
word, but then
generate
you also.
it could generate all the fucking numbers with like the sliders and shit, and then just boom, here's your image.
I
Like
guess it
that's
can't
not
produce images at random.
exclusively um like a human is not necessary for that step.
Well, a human's the one who made the. What about the human who made the AI, or like who like started the AI and then it like would he own it? Would that be his or hers? Let's be honest, his.
Uh, no, I don't think that the creator of the AI owns what the AI creates.
Well, I'm thinking like yeah, probably not. I guess I'm thinking like legally and practically. Like if I had an AI
Yeah.
machine and I used it to create some kind of art and like no one can tell that it was AI, like it might as well, like, for all intents and purposes, I made it.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm wondering if we should even try to like define. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should even like try to say all AI art is under this category or this category. Like it's pretty. I think it's
I
pretty
think we should.
impossible.
I mean, I think we should try as much as we can, anyways.
Yeah,
Just because, personally, I think the human element in art is required.
required.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what if like, okay, hypothetical, time like a wizard comes over and tells you the Mona Lisa was actually made by an AI that traveled back in time.
And I guess the Mona Lisa is no longer art.
But like, even though like everyone else on the planet would consider it to be art,
Yeah.
so like
Well, that is information that I now know that I would say, okay, that
that makes
the
it not
human
art.
there is no human that was involved in the creation of this. So in my mind, that's no longer art.
What if
I
a
think like
does it have to be human
artistic
or does
intent is huge to me.
does it have to be a human or can it be any sentient creature? Like if a monkey splattered paint on a canvas, would that be art?
Ooh, that's a lot harder.
Yeah,
I think
because if it's
oh god.
yeah, because if it's like if I'm not trying to get like if it's based off sentience, how far do you have to go before you're like, I mean, the big thing here is like, how long until you consider AI
I
to be
mean,
sentient?
how do we figure out if a monkey has artistic intent?
I mean, we can talk to gorillas, but I wonder if we'd be able to explain the
Well,
concept of
we
artistic
say we
intent.
talk to them, but we have no idea if they understand what they do.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We're still pretty far away from that. Um, I guess the big thing is like practically, it's like if like the Mona Lisa example, it's like it looks like art. Everyone thinks it's art. You can
Yeah,
interpret it however you want. Like
yeah.
in all intents and purposes, it is
Like,
identical to if it was made by a human. So like, what's the difference
yeah.
there?
I,
Oh,
personally, I think the difference there is like if the Mona Lisa was created by an AI, then it's basically just a bunch of parameters and fucking slider values that get adjusted at random until some result is created.
Yeah.
Whereas if a human creates the Mona Lisa, then they are taking an image or taking an image from either in their head or in the real world, and they are intentionally choosing every color that goes on that canvas, every brush stroke, and they are, well, in the case of the Mona Lisa, people look at her and they say that she has a very slight smile, and we have no, well, I mean, we can't like talk to who's made the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Da
I think
Vinci.
it was Da Vinci. He also made airplanes or
Like
something.
we can't talk to him and say, "Hey, did you intentionally like give her a very slight smile on her face?" And like we can't say that, so it's just up to interpretation.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. The fact that we can't know, like, if we don't know that it was, I mean, obviously we know that it wasn't made by AI, because that technology just didn't exist.
Yeah,
I guess we don't know for sure. There could be the next day
a fucking time traveler.
Yeah, it could be possible. We pretty much know. But that's not going to be the case in the future. In the future, there could easily be some like Mona Lisa tier artwork that's revealed to have been made with AI. That's entirely a possibility.
It is, yeah.
Well, I guess another question.
I think if that is revealed, then you just have to say, okay, I mean, personally, I don't consider that to be art.
Yeah, I guess art is also a pretty personal parameter.
Yeah, and that's another part of it, is because it's personal. Can AI make something personal?
I mean, that goes back to, is AI sentient?
Yeah.
There was the movie with Will Smith where Will Smith asked the robot, like, can a robot make a beautiful like symphony? And the robot like asks back,
can you?
Yeah, and he goes, can you? It's like, ah, shit, man. Like, I know I can't. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the question of like, if a person puts on a blindfold, gets 5 random buckets of paint, puts paintbrushes in them at random and flicks them onto a canvas, is that art?
I'd probably say no.
Nah, because there's no like intention.
Like the human element is so far removed in the process of creating that, then it's you may as well just have a monkey just flick paint at a canvas.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, that's what. Yeah, effectively, that's what happened. You could have got a monkey to do it; it would have been the same.
Yeah.
What about the art? There's a piece that's famous called Fountain. That's just a toilet. That's one put into a museum and put that as a piece. Is that art? It's in an art museum.
In an art museum, well, I mean, a human named it. It's literally just. Is it just an actual like physical toilet?
Yeah, it's just a urinal. It's just a urinal.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely art. I think that's actually really funny. Because effectively it is a fountain, but its shape is just what we recognize as something that we have to piss in instead.
I guess someone did make the urinal, so.
Well, more than that, it's based on human interpretation as well, just like the name of it, fountain.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the big thing.
It understands that humans are going to see this and think, oh, urinal. And then you look at the name of the piece, and it's just fountain. And it's like, huh.
Well, I guess that's my thing, is that I think the interpretation of art is kind of what makes it art, having someone there to interpret it. A big question is also, what if someone paints something, they bury it in like a vault, like 100 feet underneath the ground, and no one ever finds it? But it's like a painting. It's like a beautiful paint. It's it's a painting. I'm not gonna say beautiful. It's just a painting. It's art.
It's a painting.
And they die, and no one ever finds it, and then humanity's wiped out. But that painting is still there underground. Is that art?
I would say so. It's art. I mean, fucking what's his name? There
was the guy who made
pattern devouring his child or something.
Yeah. Well, they found that.
Yeah, that was not something that was ever meant to see the light of day.
I guess if it didn't, that would still be art.
It would still be art. who knows how many things are out there that are like that.
Uh,
Whatever is out there is, I would say, still art, but
what do you think about photography in terms of art? Like, assuming you just
photography.
you take a photo of something that you like a beautiful scene, and you can frame it and put it on a wall. Is that art?
Hmm.
Because you're not, the landscape is just there. Like, humans didn't. I mean, we have influence on the environment, but no human consciously like impacted that environment in any way. Go to the Grand Canyon. This is just a natural like beauty.
It's actually really hard.
Yeah. I mean, art's a complicated
Photography.
term.
It is, because it refers to so much, but it's very specific at the same time.
Yeah. For me, art.
Um, photography. There is some amount of human element in photography that is required to make a picture look good.
I guess because you choose what's in the frame and what's not in the frame.
What's in the frame, how, well, yeah, how you frame it, how you, uh, like even the like shutter speed on the camera, the lens, the focus, all of it.
So
It's still all in human control.
so what if an AI made an art like a painting, and then someone took a picture of that painting?
Oh,
Yeah, does it become art then because someone took a picture of it?
oh,
That was hard. That was really hard.
oh, fuck! How's it?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
'Cause
Um, how's it become art if someone takes a picture?
does that picture become art, I should say? If we're under the
Yeah.
impression that the original painting isn't art, does that new picture become art, even though it's like identical?
See, this is I feel like this is something similar to that the urinal cult fountain. Um, where you take something that's not art, but then you turn it into art through a very specific way.
I guess just by giving it a title and
Yeah.
well, I guess where we differ in art is that mine always comes. I'm more focused on like the fact that other people can interpret it as art, and you're more focused on the fact that it's created with the
Yeah.
intent to create art.
Yeah. I think artistic intent reigns above everything else. It's very important.
I guess you would define art as something that was. Would you just define it as something that was made with human intent, or does it have to be human like expression specifically?
Ooh.
Because like architecture, like I mean, it's kind of in the name, almost. It's like it's not called art. It's not called architecture. It's architecture, Brandon. Come on. Well, the point is like that's made with human intent, and I think most people would say like there's expression in that because there's designs on various buildings and whatnot.
Yeah. I think the human expression versus human intent. I think the human expression probably is more important.
I guess that's where I'm going with the urinal example because that was made with human intent, but it only becomes art after someone calls it art.
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, art for me is such a useless term. Like it's so broad to the point of uselessness, and I kind of like it like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of I don't know. I find it fun.
That in and of itself is artistic.
Yeah, like I have a water bottle next to me. Is this water bottle art? Someone designed it.
Yeah.
It has like curves in it. There's a logo on it with like waves. Someone designed that.
Yeah.
Is that art? And then I have like paintings on. I have like a painting next to me. Like that's I literally have a painting of an amethyst next to me. It's like that's art. Obviously, no one would say that's not art.
No one would dispute that.
But then I have a water bottle. Like, what if I put this into like I put this into a museum as an art piece and it gets accepted for some reason? Is that art then? I don't know.
Talking about art, Shazam! Fury of the Gods has a new trailer.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, There's a second
They got a
Shazam
sequel?
movie.
I
They
guess
got a
people really
sequel.
like Shazam.
That going on the art discussion, I guess that is to some extent art.
What, Shazam?
Shazam.
Well,
I
Shazam has
hate
to be art.
it has to be.
You can say it's
I don't
bad
like
art.
it.
Yeah.
I can say it's bad. I don't think no. That's another thing too, is
Can art be bad art?
yeah, I think absolutely some forms
I
of art can
think
be
so.
just dog shit.
Yeah, I think so. I think oh, I mean, it's all about meeting a criteria, so it depends on what your criteria for like a painting is, like how complex the design is designed, like how accurate the lighting is if you're going for that, stuff like that. It's harder with paintings than it is with something like a story, but
Yeah.
it's still there. I'm not an artist myself, or in terms of I'm not like a painter myself, so I can't tell.
Yeah, you're not an artist, you're an autist.
Yeah. I don't take offense to that because it's true.
It's not. I know.
Yeah, Shazam's art. I never liked the
Shazam is art.
I never liked it when people are like, "Oh, Marvel movies and stuff. They're not art. They're just made to make money." It's like it could be both.
It's
Like there's probably someone who worked really hard on that movie. Like that movie was made by a lot of people, and if you went to their face and just told them, "Yeah, what you made, that's not art. You're soulless. There was no human expression or intent." They'd be like, "Oh."
Yeah. I'm sure some of them probably would agree with you.
Some of them probably would.
But a lot of them would be like, come on, man. Like, I put in a lot of hours on this shit.
Yeah.
Can you, like, not shit all over it?
I mean, CGI artists, like, they're not intentionally doing bad work, it's just that they're not given enough time. I'm sure they're doing their best. If you told them that what they did make isn't art, it's like they'd be like, all right. I get overworked and I got no appreciation. Cool.
Yeah. Wow. Best of both worlds, huh?
Yeah, why not? I wonder what they're doing. What are they even doing with Shazam? Like, what's the story going to be with Shazam? When the first movie came out in like 2017.
Yeah.
They can't use Black Adam because The Rock's like decided like that he's not going to be doing that. Like,
I think they're not going to use Black Adam because Black Adam is just was a really shit movie, and they don't want him back.
What are they going to do? I don't know. Does Shazam even have like what's the DC universe look like now? They're not going to use Henry Cavill. They're not going to bring Ben Affleck in. I pray to God they don't bring in Gal Gadot. I don't know. Some art shouldn't be made. Oh my God! Speaking of art, like Sonic diaper furry vor fetish.
Oh God, that is art. It should not be made though.
Yeah, to someone that is like the pinnacle of art.
Yeah, even if it's just a single person, the artist.
Even if only one person liked it.
God.
I'm not gonna see it though. I'm not gonna see that stupid shit. Puss and Boots came out. That's definitely good art.
Oh, that is excellent art.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good movie. Had a great. It has a good story. It has good characters. It has fucking. I think the animation I would say is on par with like Spider-Verse.
It reminded me of Spider-Verse in terms of quality. I think.
Yeah.
Fight scenes in particular.
Yeah.
It's not stylized
Like
the same way. It's not like a comic book, but it's definitely similar.
No, but it's still of the same quality.
I like the messages in it a lot. I mean, I wonder if kids will be really scared of it because there's some like very unnerving moments in that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
the whole message about like I don't want to go into spoilers. I really don't. Just in case.
Just in case anybody like listening.
Just in case
if you are listening to this right now and you have not seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, go treat yourself.
Go see it.
I don't care if you go see it by yourself. I don't care if you like pirate it. Just go. I do care if you pirate it.
I would rather you didn't pirate it so they make more
I would rather
Puss in
you
Boots
didn't
movies, but
yeah. But I mean, if it's like out of your price range and you still want to watch it, just go watch it.
Yeah. Disguise yourself and sneak into the movie theater.
Yo ho ho. It's a really good movie. I think more people should see it so that
more good stuff like that gets made, so that Western animation doesn't die horribly.
Yeah, Western animation for a long time, I think, has been on a very steep decline, but past couple years,
We've been
it's
getting
been going up a little bit.
We've been getting some bangers.
It's been, I was gonna say plateauing, but it sounds bad, but I mean it's not going down anymore. It's going back up.
It's kind of swinging the other way.
Yeah,
well, I guess
it's coming back.
It's less of a pendulum and more like a piston, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of cats, remember Shane Dawson?
God,
he fucked his cat.
Why would you tweet that? Nobody was telling. No, like not a single person was saying, "Yeah, Shane Dawson fucked his cat" until he made that tweet.
And now everyone just remembers, oh yeah, he's the guy who had sex with his cat.
Yeah, he didn't put his dick anywhere near his cat. No, I don't believe you now.
No one. The only result of that was the exact opposite of what he wanted.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put the tweet on screen right now, I guess, in case anyone wants the context. I hate having to actually listen through this again, but I don't.
I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. No, you totally did. I don't know why you would say that. Why, like...
That's like someone who fucked their cat would say.
Yeah, like, I'm weirded out by you now, Shane. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you putting your dick in your cat?
I guess that's kind of. I think if I'm ever accused of like having sex with my cat, like I'm probably just gonna like or something, something different. If I'm ever accused of something that I obviously or like I know I didn't do, I think I'm just gonna ignore it. Yeah. I think the more you bring attention to it, the more people are like, oh, so you did that shit.
Yeah, it's like why are you bringing attention to it if you didn't do it?
I don't think I'm ever gonna have like one of those longer read me's, like my thoughts on the situation. It's like it's just like you're just trying to like I did
my side of the story.
Like, no, I don't really care. I don't think I've done anything unless I've done something that warrants it, but I don't think I'd have.
No,
but we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe you did something like I don't know, subconsciously, like fucking 12 years ago that just nobody remembers. Maybe somebody is gonna stumble on.
Maybe I had an autism moment and something I did. There's something I did that I didn't realize was really bad, but then it's actually really bad. I'm like, oh well.
Well, sorry.
Sucks to suck, idiot.
Yeah, it's and maybe people are gonna stumble on our old Minecraft YouTube channel.
Oh, I wish. That's good content. I should re-upload that to Dronable.
Yeah, it exists. It's out there. Yeah. There's videos from like fucking 2013. I think we were in junior high playing Minecraft. Like was it Mineplex or like Hypixel?
It was Mineplex. There's a Mineplex video and a Gmod video, and nobody's ever going to be able to find it because it's such a dumb name.
Obscure. Yeah,
it's like 71 views or something now.
Yeah, but it's out there.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to try to find it,
go ahead. My guest. You're not gonna, but it'd be funny.
You're not gonna, but it's not good.
No.
Even if you do find it, there's no reward. It's a pretty bad video.
Yeah. It's not like I say anything controversial in it. I'm just a dumb kid.
It's just us being dumb kids in like
Minecraft. Speaking of Minecraft, no. Speaking of I remember I initially wanted to go back to this when I brought it up, and then we kind of didn't with AI. The fact that it's the fact that like even what's the word? I forget what's not blue collar work. Is it blue collar work? The one where it's like more like desk or physical oriented jobs.
Desk or
wait,
do you mean like manual labor or?
I mean like office work and then also construction work. Like they're starting to get robots to be able to do that now. Like I wonder how long until people at like office jobs get replaced with AI. How long until people who like make houses get replaced with AI or like robots who know how to do that? I
think construction work is gonna take a long time to be replaced. Just Well, I think desk jobs are going to get replaced before
Oh, absolutely.
construction.
It's
gets
way
replaced.
easier. I mean, that's what I mean. People.
It's way easier to automate a desk job because a lot of it is like spreadsheets and like emailing other people, and
Well, it's someone at a computer, and if you can get the computer to do what you want the computer to do, then you don't need the person to do that.
You don't. But with construction, it's like, okay, we have an AI that is capable of building a house in 3D space. Okay, now we need a machine to, articulate exactly what the AI wants to do.
Yeah, as a worry about wind and small errors in its programming, or maybe a finger falls off and it doesn't know it.
There's like
far away from that, but
the fucking ground, it like dips by like a foot over here, and then the whole house gets fucked up.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get there, but that's gonna take a long time.
Talking about construction work, there is a fantastic YouTube channel that I stumbled onto recently. It is called, Townsend? I don't know how to pronounce it. But they do, like, a pioneer shit. 18th century lifestyle. They like build fucking log cabins. They made a video. They made a smokehouse, and they like cut all their own like lumber, and like they drafted all their own blueprints for it, and it's a really interesting look at how people used to live. So I've been meaning to send you that channel for like, I don't know, a month now, but I kept forgetting.
This feels so old.
I know.
I'm looking at it, like, I feel like stew pie. I'm looking at the foods, I see the log cabin, I'm like, man, this feels like this was made like a month ago. The people who are on like the on the thumbnails, they're old people.
Yeah.
I never thought
there's one video where this dude, he's like, how to bake in an earthen oven, and he's like this very like rotund, jolly looking guy, and I'm like, I absolutely trust you to teach me how to use an earthen oven. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind that you absolutely know how to use this.
Obviously.
Like, I trust this man.
Apple dumpling.
It is an incredibly interesting channel.
Thatching a roof. I mean, I don't think this classical sense of buildings ever going to go away. Building like log cabins and stuff. There's kind of a messiness to it that I think it's going to stick around for way, way, way longer than if you had to like make an apartment building.
Yeah,
because apartment buildings are pretty formalized at this point. Square.
Mm-hmm. Well, even making a square is still difficult.
It's difficult, but it's way more plausible than making it like a rustic log cabin.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely adore this channel. Like, they do like a bit of everything, honestly. They do
a lot of food. They did a reading I saw earlier. Or I while I was scrolling through.
Food. They do like salt pork. They do like preservations.
Mm-hmm.
They do pottery. They do woodwork. There's blacksmithing. They make a level out of 3 pieces of wood, a rock, and a string.
I mean, that's all you need.
It is absolutely fascinating to me.
This is a bit of a non sequitur. Why is it that you think a lot of people want to have sex with Judy Hopps from Zootopia?
Because she is really hot. I don't know.
I guess you're right.
I'm not even going to try to pretend that, like, I don't find that hot.
No, I have a lot of Judy Hopps hentai on my computer. It's fine. I'll get in trouble. You won't.
I mean, there's also the obviously people see rabbit and they're like, oh, she fucks like a rabbit.
Yeah,
You know?
there's that mental. I mean that's not in the film, but it's implied because she's a rabbit. And that's what rabbits do in real life.
That's yeah.
I mean, isn't there?
We
There's
see
a
her
bit where
parents,
the
and then she has like fucking 50 siblings or something.
Yeah, well, there's actually, no, it is implied in the movie. Because there's a bit where she's leaving town and the town population is just skyrocketing because it's like a flipboard or something, and it just goes.
Yeah. Because they fuck like rabbits.
Yeah. I mean, do you think people like how do people become like? Do you think people like choose their fetishes?
No, I think I think probably during like childhood, everybody has like an awakening where they see like a hot cartoon character and they're like, oh, and then that just it goes down from there.
I guess how long until you stop getting new fetishes?
Ooh,
because like I don't know.
I don't think you ever stop.
You constantly have different awakenings.
Yeah.
I guess those.
I think some of them will probably go with time, and then like as you lose some, you gain others.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Sorry, I'm tired now. I'm getting a little tired. Let me think real quick.
He's thinking. I'm thinking you're stinking.
Yeah. I don't think it's been long enough for us to stop though. So I think it's
been an hour at least.
That's not really. Maybe I'm just ruined because of the EFAP, but I think like an hour. I'm like that's super short.
It is short, but it's still,
Yeah, I know.
This is introductory.
Yeah, we talked about.
This is the episode where you try to figure out if we're going to be worth listening to at all.
Yeah,
you know?
I think the AI. I mean, if we want to do a review, I think the AI discussion was pretty good.
Yeah,
I think I was pretty cool with me bashing religion for a while. Probably, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut anything out of that. I'm probably not.
We're going to upload this podcast to r/atheism in case you guys are going to see there.
It'll be like based on red pilled podcast tubers.
Yeah,
talk about how all religion people. I don't think all religion people are idiots. Let me just clarify.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
I think part of it too is just like, especially back in the day, it was like, oh, you go to church. That's where the community goes.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of benefits.
So it's very much like it's not as alienating to be an atheist anymore. So it's just kind of naturally gained popularity. Yeah,
I mean, people with the internet, they have more knowledge than ever, and they don't, and because you don't need to go to church to have a community anymore. You can go there's a lot of different places. It's kind of died down. It's still the majority, but it's interesting. And it's kind of funny because I say all religions are stupid, but I really like the aesthetic and like the idea of like going to church and having these teachings and reading these ancient stories. Like I really like that. I don't do it myself, but I think it's really cool. Like I like the aesthetic a lot.
Yeah. The aesthetic. Yeah, I I'm a totally church-pilled.
I'm a church-pilled atheist. It's true.
I'm a church-pilled Christian cell.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, I'm currently Christmas maxing.
I mean, I kind of like Buddhism's really cool religion. It's just like, don't worry. Just chill.
Don't worry. Just vibe.
Obviously, I know more about Christianity. Like, I don't know, churches, they all have songs, they all have events. Generally speaking, church people are pretty chill and nice.
Generally, yeah.
Generally. I say all religions are wrong, but like what they do with what they're based on is wrong, but like what it results in is pretty nice. Obviously, there's like for the most part. Obviously, there's like the extremists who are like, no, we gotta follow everything, including the ones where gay people aren't real. But for the most part, most church people are pretty sweet. I mean, I used to go to church a lot when I was younger because I was afraid I'd go to hell if I didn't.
I used to go to church and play the spoons.
Like really? That doesn't really sound like a church instrument.
No, well, I mean, we went. My grandfather, he would play the accordion, the priest, he would play the guitar, and I would go up and I would play the spoons in church.
You just hear this beautiful accordion guitar, and then just a kid going.
Yeah, we had like the wooden spoons, and I mean, I could play them. I mean, it's yeah.
That's very funny as a church instrument.
It's not what most people think of when they think like, oh yeah, church instruments. Like, oh, you think like organs or like pipes, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You can like you think
or like
choirs. You think choirs?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good stories too.
Eucharist, or is it eunuch?
Eunuch is the people who don't have penises.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, music. No, I was gonna say the religion, like they oftentimes have a lot of cool stories too. They're pretty nonsensical, but the lessons are there. There's the one where I think there was this guy who was like a very beloved like king or mayor of a town, and there's these two people who said like, this baby's mine. No, this baby's mine. And they're like, okay,
oh yeah,
we'll cut the baby in half, so that way you both get the baby. And one girl was like, okay, fine, you can have the baby. And the other girl was like, yes. Or she was like, yes, we'll do that. And the other girl was like, no, we'll not cut the baby. And the mayor guy was like, no, okay, well, obviously you're the mother because you don't want to kill the baby.
Yeah, I think that there was another one that was very similar to that. Exact same, like arguing over who owned the baby, and he suggested a tug of war. Over like with the child as like.
That's probably the story I'm thinking of. I just told it wrong.
Like maybe you did, but the mother would let go upon seeing her child being in pain.
Oh yeah. And then he'd be like,
and then he would say, "Okay, you're the mother."
That's a much better telling than what I said. Is there any? Oh, sorry. Were you going to continue? Did I interrupt you?
No, that's pretty much the end of it. It's just
when you said tug of war, my first thought was like, oh, is this where like circumcision came from?
Is this where circumcision came from?
Oh. Church.
I don't think it is.
I like the idea behind Noah's Ark as well. It's neat. Yeah. It like obviously like having to get two of every animal is ludicrous, and they like all eat each other and shit. And he'd have to have sex with his daughter is very based to like repopulate the human population. But the idea is nice. I like it. Build a big old boat, have a comfy ride with everyone.
Have a comfy ride. Literally, the entire Earth is getting flooded. Have a comfy ride.
I mean, it's a really famous story, so
it is.
There must be something that attracts people to it.
Yeah.
There's the story of what's his name, Job, and the Pillar of Salt.
Yes.
Do you know this one?
They like. Was it like the Pillar of Salt or something? There was like something that he couldn't look at.
Okay, I'll tell the story real quick.
Pillar of Salt.
I have a very quick. I can do this very quickly.
Yeah.
There was this town that was like fucked. Like people would do very degenerate things. Like even I would consider degenerate. And there were these two angels that stopped at the town, and there was this friendly little man named Job. I think his name was Job. And he would be like, you're cool. Hey, he was very nice to them. He gave them drinks and sweaters and coffee and stuff. And he's like, hey, there's my daughters and stuff. And the angels are like, okay, you're cool, so we're going to tell you that God's going to smite this place. So you got to get out of here. But don't look back, because but don't look back when you're running away, okay? Just don't. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, thank you, angels. And they ran away. And as they were running, the wife like looked back for like 1 second, for like one split goddamn second, and she turned into a pillar of salt. Yeah. And Job couldn't even look back because he's like, if I do, I'm gonna get turned into a pillar of salt. So, and that that was the story.
That was the story. Okay, yeah.
I guess the moral is like, don't dwell on bad things, that happened in your past. Otherwise, you'll turn into a pillar of paprika. I like a lot of religion. I mean, the whale one's pretty funny.
The whale?
Do you know the whale one where the guy gets a fortune that says he's gonna be like eaten by a whale, and then he like
No.
oh shit, what was it? I think it was like he gets a fortune. They says he's gonna die in the town. Then he goes down a boat. He gets eaten by the whale, and the whale spits him out at the town. Fucking, I gotta look this up. This is actually bothering me crazy. You think of something else to say? Well, while I'm looking this up.
Yeah, I think we should just fill this with silence while you search this up, just because I think that would be really funny.
Jonah and
Although
the
you
whale.
probably just like edit it out.
Nah, I can.
Jonah?
Jonah and the whale. Is it Jonah and the whale?
I don't know. That's what you said.
Oh, God commanded the prophet Jonah to preach in a town, but Jonah did the exact opposite. So he went on a boat to go directly away from the town, and in response, God did a storm that threw him overboard, and then a whale or a great fish was swallowed him up. And then the guy was like, I'm sorry. And then God commanded the whale, giant fish, to vomit him onto the at the town.
Onto the shore of the town.
It doesn't say that he specifically vomited him on the town, though. Maybe I got that wrong. Huh.
Kind of funny.
Why am I? This is dumb. Why am I looking at? I don't know the story. I'm just looking at random Bible stories now. I know there's more Bible stories, but I just can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
Oh, there's a fucking shitload of Bible stories.
Yeah, the one with Jesus is pretty funny. One of you will betray me. It's like Among Us.
No.
It is.
Judas was the sus.
He was. Judas.
He was the little sussy man.
Jesus had like 3 wines. All you had was a salad. That's family guy. Whatever. I'll cut it out. It's really fine. I like the idea of in Buddhism where like everything has a god to it, like the god of time and the god of wrath and the god of like picnic baskets and stuff. They have God for everything. It's really neat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. All right, I'm out of steam on the religion story, so you bring up something new now.
Oh, what do I have in the chamber? Huh. I got nothing. I'll figure out something though soon though.
All right, let me
you know what? No, I got Minecraft. Minecraft is really fun. I've been playing a hardcore world lately, and it is really fun. You can. It's nice that it's like everything's kind of has more inherent like risk to it now, because it's like, oh, if I fuck up, I'm dead.
It's just like real
life.
Know? Oh well,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I got it. I know you want to talk about Minecraft. Actually, you know what? No, you probably don't want to talk about immortality or stuff. I think Minecraft's fun.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's more of a me thing. I find that interesting.
Yeah,
I'm in the minority with a lot of stuff like that. But I like Minecraft hardcore. I don't know, the fact that you can just build up all the stuff and it has more value to it because you can lose it.
Yeah,
I find that very fascinating.
I've only been playing this world for like 3 days, but like, it's also a great like motivator too, because it's like, I don't know, it feels more special because it's like. The dangers that like is inherent in the in hardcore is a motivator for some reason. I don't know why it's a motivator.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the opposite of like people sometimes play Minecraft like with keep inventory on and respawn all the time forever, and I'm just like, that's a bit too much. Like, I don't know, man. I don't see any challenge there. It is. I guess it's fun to like. I mean, at that point, just play creative mode, right?
Yeah. Like right now, I'm focusing on just like getting a bunch of different farms set up so that I can just so like eventually I'll be able to build like a shitload of stuff that I really want to.
Yeah, like a giant statue of girl.
I really want to make like a custom fucking forests and shit, and I want to like transform the end island, you know?
Well, I mean, I guess the cool thing about that is like even when you die, you can still like keep the world and like spectate through it and just see like this is just everything I got to do.
Yeah, it's like it's like this is how far I got before I died.
Yeah.
You know? It's real fun.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of. Oh man, I feel like such a short ass bitch though. If I end it now.
I mean, it's only the first episode.
Yeah.
We're we're still figuring it out. You know?
We'll get that thumbnail. It'll be cool. I'll put like a visual. I guess the visuals will probably. I'll just probably do like a free play game of balloons and just have that go on for a while, and then I'll put that over it.
Well, you could also just do the thumbnail picture and just like, I know every now and then you said you'd like, I think you said you'd bring up like the Shane Dawson tweet and put it on screen.
Put stuff on screen. Yeah.
I think it'd be nicer to just use the thumbnail picture for the main event. Main event.
The main video pictures thing.
The video, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess when I listen to it, I might cut I'm gonna cut the fart out.
He's gonna cut the fart out.
I'll decide we'll decide later.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything else you want to talk about, like specifically, I think I just want to end it now.
Yeah, I got nothing right now.
All right, well, get me out of here. Should we have like an outro? Or should we just say
subscribe
goodbye?
to Dronable on YouTube?
Yes, only me. I'm never gonna upload again. Fuck you, only me. I'm the Justin Royal of the people.
Are we gonna upload this to a Dronable, or are you making
I've got a channel up now. Wasted Potential. Oh, did you even mention the name was Wasted Potential?
Welcome to Wasted Potential, by the way.
Yeah, welcome to Wasted Potential.
Waste our lives.
I mean, prime example right there. There's a lot of potential to talk about that name.
Yeah.
You just kind of wasted it. All right, should we have like a catchphrase when we leave? Should we say like blam?
Wasted Potential.
Who's your favorite?
We're wasting, and we're basing.
I want to have sex with little girls.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'll cut that out. It'll be fine. Well, no, they know. They've watched my channel. They know Megamine. Tatsumaki. Yeah. I'll cut it out. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Okay. I'll cut it out when you say wasting your potential or something.
This is hyperactive, and I've wasted your potential.
Come on, guys. Let's go home.
Subscribe to Jogo.